Hey guys, a good morning. Joe here, the Joe Madden Sports Podcast, joined this afternoon by Krabs, host of Behind the Lines on Book It Headquarters, baseball expert. Krabs, welcome to the show. Good morning.
How we doing? Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you here, hear about your start into the industry, everything that you have going on. But before we kick off into that, I have to ask, where did the nickname Krabs come from?
Yeah, so definitely an interesting name for sure, especially at parties when you're meeting new people. Always got to give kind of my spiel of what's good. So back in college, my roommates started calling me Krabs based off of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, because I have a short temper, right? I get angry pretty easily. I'm pretty Irish. My face gets really red a lot, kind of like Mr. Krabs. And I absolutely love money. So if you know the show, you know that Mr. Krabs is obsessed with money. He'll do anything to save a penny. So that's kind of where I got that nickname from. And I'm from Maryland, so that definitely helps too. Just kind of got the name Krabs and it stuck through college. Now my friends call me it too. So you can call me Brendan, you can call me Krabs, whatever works at this point. So
Well, I'm glad you didn't go after SpongeBob and get called SquarePants. So definitely the better of the two there, Krabs, for sure. Now, this industry, it's an incredible industry. Did you ever think growing up this is where you'd be?
um, definitely not. So growing up, definitely wanted to get into IT software sales. That's what my dad has done his whole life. He's done really well. Me and him are pretty similar. So that was kind of my goal growing up. Graduated from Virginia Tech about 2 years ago, and got right into that field. Had a great job, really liked it, liked the people, but I kind of just knew that something was missing. It wasn't exactly my passion, kind of like it was for him. So, as I was continuing to grow my following on the Krabs Bets Twitter, and that continued to grow, and then that started to blow up, I kind of felt like I was in a pickle, right? Where I couldn't give my full 100% to the gambling stuff, and I couldn't give my full 100% to work. And I felt kind of bad because I don't really like half-assing anything.
Yeah.
So I made the executive decision that I'm going to go 100% for what I love doing, and that's betting on sports and making sports content, talking to new people, and just continue to build my brand. So I made the call about a month ago. Extremely, extremely excited. There's already been some great moves, right? I got my own show on Book It's Twitch channel. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, it's called Behind the Lines. It's right before Trent stream every day at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time during the week. So I'm super stoked for the moves that are already being made. This is definitely my passion. You asked if I see myself doing this, a couple years ago. Definitely not, but I'm extremely happy to be here because this is what I love.
Absolutely. And you're crushing it. I love your show Behind the Lines. What was that pivotal moment when you said, okay, it's sports betting. I'm going to leave the job. Was there a moment that you can sit back and remember where you're just like, I've got to go all in?
Um, I kind of just had the thought like it's now or never, right? Like the longer I wait, the longer it's going to take for me to get where I want to be. And kind of made the call like I'm done, doing half work, half play. I wanted to do, 100% work and play, which in my mind is sports betting content, sports media content. This is what I consider myself to be pretty good at it, pretty knowledgeable. I might not be, the greatest gambler of all time. I don't consider myself a professional gambler. I wish I could. I'm not that good. But super, super happy with the progress already being made. And, after I make big decisions like this, I make pros and cons charts. Like this is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
And usually a week or two after, I'm like, did I make the right call? And I usually know. I get like that feeling in my stomach if I messed up. No feeling yet. I feel great, have a ton of energy. I know I made the right call.
You absolutely did. You're crushing it. I love what you've got going on, Krabs. Now, where did the love for sports come from and for gambling? Did you come from a super competitive family? Did you grow up playing sports? Where did that come from?
Yeah, grew up playing very competitive baseball my whole
Okay.
life. Was not the best player on the team, but I was always on a very, very good team growing up. I was kind of a late bloomer. Didn't really hit puberty till middle of high school, so I wasn't really that good until later in high school. Played great senior year, but by that time, it was either I go to a really small baseball school in Maryland from where I'm from, that a school that nobody would even know what it is. It'd be small. It wouldn't be as fun. Or I can say screw it and just go to a fun school. and get a good education there. And that's what I ended up doing. Didn't want to go to a small school that nobody's heard of. Decided to get to Virginia Tech and had a great time there. But my dad grew up, he was a pitcher back in college, and he also played on the golf team in college. So super, super athletic. My grandfather was super into sports, big Notre Dame fan. So always been around sports my entire life. And it's definitely been my passion. My mom always jokes about how much I care about the Nationals and all these crummy DC sports teams around here. She's like, does it ever get to you? And I'm like, well, I don't really have a choice. I love these teams so much. If we stink, we stink. If we're good, we're good. It's just how it goes. So it's always been in my blood for sure. I'm just kind of taking it to the next level.
Okay. Now, with that baseball knowledge, I know that you're doing so well in the baseball space. Anything you're looking at for today?
Yeah, there's a bunch of games I'm looking at today. For a Monday slate, we got a ton of games. I'll be honest with you. Need to do my full due diligence researching before I lock anything in. I haven't locked any bets in myself, but there is a game that I am eyeing right now, and it's this Marlins Phillies game.
Okay.
And I'm very so I bet numbers and lines, and not really teams as much. A lot of people will bet on teams and be like, "Well, I'm betting on these guys because they're better." I like to bet on stuff based on what Vegas sets the lines at. So I like to bet on fading trap lines. Like when I see a line that's set that I think the public's going to be all over, I like taking the other side. Right, very contrarian. That's a style of betting. So I'm seeing that in this Miami Philadelphia game. Both teams have been red hot, although they're coming off of losses. I know Philly's coming off of a loss, and so is Miami. But one of the most talked about best pitchers in baseball right now, Sandy Alcantara from Miami, he's an underdog, which I thought was weird against the Phillies. So I think the public's going to be all over Sandy Alcantara. People are saying he might win the Cy Young. I think I'm going to be on the other side and be on the favorite at home in the Philadelphia Phillies. So pray for me. The Phillies are extremely stressful to watch. The bullpen stinks, so it's going to be a sweat. But I wouldn't want to have it any other way.
I like the way that you're looking for games that you feel is a trap where the public is going to go. We saw that with the Red Sox and the Angels in that one game. Angels had lost 13 in a row. Red Sox coming in winning 7. I fell for it. I was on the Red Sox. It's like there is no way the Angels are going to get it done here. And then we saw the Angels get that win. So great way to look at these games, Krabs.
And I was on the Red Sox that night too. So I'm right there with you, Joe. It happens. Hey, we can't be right 100% of the time. If we were, we wouldn't be here. We'd be on an island somewhere drinking pina coladas, not doing any of this stuff. So can't be right all the time. Just got to try to be right, Ooh, my drink of choice. Gosh, if I had one drink the rest of my life.
Well, that's probably a lot of pressure.
Probably be a whiskey ginger double, light on the ginger. Just a sprinkle, just a little bit for flavor.
Now,
but
you put ice in that?
Drink. Oh yeah, I have like those cool, like really big, like circular ice cubes that you put in like the thing you make in the freezer, and you take it out. It looks really cool. It's like see-through. You can't see it when you put it in the whiskey glass. So I love whiskey. It's not really a going out drink. I'd say going out, probably rum and Coke, light on the Coke.
Okay. Spiced rum, plain rum.
Not super picky. Especially after the second or third drink, really doesn't matter.
Second or third, yeah, it doesn't matter. Bottom shelf booze at that point doesn't. It's okay.
That's kind of my mindset. Yeah.
Absolutely. Krabs, tell us about your show Behind the Lines.
Yeah. So running the show right before Trent Stream every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 to 2 p.m. Eastern time on the Book It Sports Twitch account. Having guests on it all the time, trying to have some similar faces, talking baseball, and then also some new people too. Joe, definitely going to hit you up to have you on at some point soon.
Love it.
But, doing a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say it's like one set show. We're doing some interviews, we're doing different segments. We did our, MLB rankings the other day. It's definitely baseball focused, but, football is right around the corner. And I love betting on football. That's for sure. So not really setting anything in stone, but it's been a great show so far. We've had some great guests. We have some good ones coming on this week as well. So I've really enjoyed it, guys. If you're looking to listen to some baseball talk, some betting talk with some other sports mixed in, definitely come check it out.
Absolutely. Now, who's your favorite football team? Not to bet on, just favorite as a fan.
The Commanders, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got
The
Chase Young
Washington
coming
Commanders.
back.
Chase Young's pretty cool. Yeah, we have the worst run organization probably in all of sports. But
I
besides
was trying
that,
to
you know,
find
a
a
lot of cool
positive
stuff.
there, Krabs.
That's one of the teams where I really don't have any positives for. They have beaten me down. So my dad is, I'm very jealous. My pops is a Commanders fan. And he got to witness them actually being good. He even said, he went as far to say they were like the Patriots back in the day before I was even born. That's how good they
Wow.
were. I didn't get to experience any of that. I just get to experience the bad seasons. But I've got, you know, my hopes are where they always are with this team, probably a little too high. I think Carson Wentz is going to be better than people think this year. Our defense is going to be good. We already know that. We always have a good O-line. And now we got some help with Dotson, Logan Thomas coming back at tight end, Terry McLaurin, who everyone knows is an absolute stud. It's really all going to come down to how well Carson Wentz at the quarterback position plays, because that guy, his whole career is either winning your team games or losing your team games. That's kind of what he does. But a pretty cool revenge angle for him, right? He's in the conference or the division where he came from with the Eagles, and they let him go. They chose to go a different direction. So he's got some anger in his back pocket, and he's playing for a little extra. I wouldn't want to bet against that guy. I wouldn't want to bet against him.
Yeah, he just needs to stay healthy. That offensive line,
stay
give him that to stay healthy.
Yep, 100%. 100%. So my expectations, they're always a little too high with this team. I say we go 9-8 this year and make a wild card. That's what I would say we do. And I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, well, best of luck in the division. I'm a Bolts fan, so I know what you mean. The Chargers, you know, we only get so far every season, and then it's downward spiral. So I feel you
guys
on
beat
that.
Us last year.
Pardon?
You beat us last year, week 1. I was there. That was a good one. Justin
That was
Herbert.
definitely. Oh, you were at that game. I'm so jealous.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was there. The stadium is nothing to be jealous about. I will say, though, it's probably the crummiest stadium in the league, but we're building a new one, and it's going to be pretty cool. So, as you can tell, this team has taken the energy out of me for sure. But the Nationals brought me home a World Series a couple years ago. I can't complain. The Caps, they've always been good. The Caps are the best run organization in all of DC. I'm a little bit worried because all the stars are they're getting pretty old, right? I know hockey is your thing, so you could probably talk about it more. But should I be pretty nervous with the age of this team as they continue to stick with the same core group and they continue to get older? What do you think about the Caps?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a worry going into the next couple of seasons because we look at these teams and we're building them younger and faster. Love what I see out of your Washington Capitals. I couldn't believe they didn't go deeper, to be honest with you, because it is such a solid team. But we've got to look at the next 2 years out, and that age is really wearing on these players. So hopefully you get some younger players in there just to keep up that speed. And I think that's where it comes down to, is that speed and longevity for these full games. So it's going to be an interesting upcoming season for your Capitals.
Definitely. Yeah, we're definitely not fast. I've noticed that. I'm not like a huge hockey person. I go to Caps games all the time because they're so electric. It's like the most fun atmosphere in DC sporting wise. So I love going to games. Do I know exactly what's going on all the time? Heck no. But I like going to watch it. Super exciting. The fans are great. But I'm with you. Like I've noticed, like we'll play a team like the Hurricanes and they'll just skate all around us. They're so young and fast. It worries me a little bit. But I'm no hockey pro. So I leave that up to you and everyone else.
Okay, Krabs, can you tell everyone where to find you on all forms of social media? You on TikTok, Instagram, whereabouts can they find you?
Yeah, TikTok, mainly Twitter, at Krabs with a K _bets, as you guys can see in that little picture down there. Just like that, Twitter's kind of my thing. So that's where I reside most of the time, trying to grow the TikTok a little bit. But you can only do so much. But yeah, Krabs _bets, drop a follow, come check me out. If you want to bet on some MLB today, I got you. I'm your guy.
Okay, you guys, go over and give Krabs a follow on Twitter, TikTok. He's got it all for you, especially in MLB. Keep crushing it, Krabs. Good luck on your show today, and thank you so much for joining me here on the Joe Madden Sports Podcast.
For sure. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for having me. Definitely have to have you on Behind the Lines at some point in the next few weeks. I'll hit you up. I really appreciate it.
Can't wait.
Happy Monday.
Happy
Happy
Monday,
Monday.
crabs. Have a good one.
Have a good rest of your